Oh wait! I got to do it now. Wait! This is gonna be funny. Wait! You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another power episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today we shall be discussing Queen Rock as we look at season 3, episode 2, which I felt was another season finale worthy episode. So looking good. Usually I'm negative. I won't be on the positive for this review. I feel like that. I see Kim's face. She's like, "What?" But anyway, Kim, welcome. May I say welcome? So what do you think of week's episode?
It was okay. Like, yeah, I didn't. Sorry, I just didn't feel like it was a big deal. Maybe. I mean, Sal is dead. Wonderful. We kind of knew that was going to happen, right? And Kanan is now the master of his domain, so to speak, right? Now he has a way to make money, basically. So
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, right? I mean, well, I wouldn't say. I think Kane is going to get it together. I mean, I think he'll get it together. I mean, we see him. We know that he gets it together eventually, right? So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it was okay. I wouldn't say it was like the best, not in my opinion. So okay.
All right, I hear you. We'll come back and get to the comments. Jamani, please, sir, what do you think of this week's episode?
Well, as you can see from my background, I found it to be reminiscent of Juice when Bishop is, hugging the mother, or either if you want to go OG Power when Tommy's, giving that gift and telling Paz that she can come to him for anything, and he's the one who killed Angie. I'm like, Howard giving a eulogy at Burke's funeral when he murdered him.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm like, that's very reminiscent of other things for me. I'm like, they've done some pretty outlandish hits and schemes. This kind of seemed plausible. I'm like, how they did it outside of the church at the christening. I didn't necessarily see that one coming or expect that. I thought it was a pretty solid episode. I think maybe these past 2 episodes should have been, I don't know, a Power Book 3 movie or something that happens in between the seasons. Like, I think the season is going to start next week because I'm like, this is just wrapping up loose ends and setting up for the season as opposed to actually fully starting it. Because I'm like, Kanan is a side character in his own show. I'm like, I don't know why they want to.
That's because this is not his show. This is his mom's show. That's why it's called Raising Kanan, not Growing Up Kanan.
She's not even doing that.
We were pitched that this was supposed to be Kanan's show. This is not his show.
But
this is Rock's show. But she is raising him. But we'll get to that.
I ain't see no spaghetti getting made. I ain't see where the spaghetti making this time around.
She's growing now, so she's just buying cars. She's just like, it's just like I had to do all of that sentimental stuff when I was broke, but now I'm got a little bit more money. I just buy a car.
Which I feel is far more than what Ghost did. Like, when I look at Rock and yes, when you look at Rock, we look at Ghost and Tariq. When Tariq turned into badass drug dealer, teenager, whatever, right? Like, he wasn't doing shit with his kids. Like Tasha was the one trying to raise his kid. He did nothing. At least Rock was like, hey,
pulled the gun on him.
How about I give you a car? I try to take you driving. She made an effort. It was Tommy who put Tariq behind the wheel.
So I have a question. So you think being a parent is bribing your kids with cars, expensive cars,
and telling your kid to shoot their own father?
Exactly. That she's a horrible mom.
Again,
Horrible mom.
in this particular, she's making more of an effort than Ghost and Ghost did. Period. And Tasha to an extent. That's what I'm saying. She's not doing it right, but she's making an effort. She's trying to reach her son the best way she can. I'm not saying she's doing it right. But she's making an effort because Ghost gets 0 bucks. Like, I mean, so I was like, that's just anyway. But like I said, it was Tommy was being more of a parent in book 1. Tommy was trying to look after those kids. Okay, but anywho, Jamai, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I saw what your message was. You said, I think Tony Danza and Unique. I think they make a good. Their comedic interactions together. I thought that was very fun.
I like their chemistry. Their chemistry together was on point. Unique is a really, really. Joey Badass is a great actor, and Tony Danza's been. We know Tony Danza's a great actor, but for them to be together in a scene, Joey Badass better understand what just happened to him, you know. So being in the scene with Tony Danza, that's pretty awesome, I think. And he was good. He held his own. That's an actor. Yeah, as an actor, yeah.
Very much so. Yeah, very much so.
And he knocked off, the fake Baselli. So it's just the official Tony Maselli.
Okay. David, do you have a delay again?
No, you lost.
Yeah, he's delayed.
Yeah, David, I think.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Is it your resolution? Maybe you gotta change your resolution. I think it's your resolution.
It's too high.
Wow, he's like several seconds below.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my goodness, he's getting this like several seconds late. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is gonna be interesting. It's all good.
So is it Chris' turn? Okay, Chris, go ahead and do your part.
Yeah. Talk about how they keep bringing Nicole back.
Why? But go ahead, Chris.
Well, yeah. I was bring that up too. But let me just say that bounce at the door, he gonna get his booty taken. All right, he will get that booty taken.
Woo! Okay.
Just was waiting for Ronnie. Ronnie was like looking at his lips. Those girls were like, get off of me, stupid bitches. Yeah, like he ain't into those bitches.
That was hella weird. I was like, what? He should be all over them.
He ain't into those bitches. He into that nigga who told him get those jeans off. He's like, I'll make sure your jeans is off. He gonna.
Chris, can we get focused, please? Can we get focused, please?
All right. Well, all right. Yo, I gotta disagree with you, David. This was not a season finale worthy thing. I'm with Kim. This was just like, it was all right. I mean, to me, the highlight really was Marvin. You know what I mean? Marvin is such a good. The guy who plays Marvin is such a good actor. That scene with Nicole's dad shouldn't happen. However, I will say this. I did like that moment in the sense of like the fact that Jukebox was at the moment was like kind of just going away from her dreams and just kind of seeing. I kind of felt for Nicole's dad, even though, yes, I know we don't need the whole Nicole storyline thing anymore. The fact that it was like that was the only thing that was still keeping Nicole alive, essentially, was hurt, and seeing that she was dismissive kind of broke her heart. I was like, oh damn, like I was feeling something. You know what I mean? I love the moment that Marvin misread him and tried to do, I don't know if it was ad-lib, the whole high five thing. He was like, actually, no, I meant to do this instead. Like, love that. Mark, man, he's just a good actor. Him, Tony Danza, Joey Badass, all three of them were like, to me, are like kind of the highlight of the show. I don't want Tony Danza to go. I feel like he's going to go soon. Hopefully not anytime soon, because he's really good in this. He definitely showed Joey Badass who's the. Never mind. I'm sorry. Sorry, I ain't gonna do it. I'm sorry.
That was a good one, Chris. That was a good one.
As I said, I was like, you corny ass Negro. I was gonna say it. I was like, damn.
Yo, that was. But you're right though. It would be different if you were wrong.
Yeah,
he did. Absolutely. As he was standing there in his drawers, But hey, he still.
Oh, you're not
he's still
delayed
held his
anymore,
own,
David.
though.
Oh, this is awesome.
Huh?
You're not delayed anymore.
I think you guys were right. I
Oh.
think it was the resolution. So
Yeah.
let's see if this works.
I
So
only said that because remember that one time when I upped my resolution from 480 to 720. When I did 720, I was delayed and I froze at one point. And then once I lowered it back down, I was fine. So I figured that was probably what's going on with you.
if this is what it is, then maybe I can get back to the Mac because this whole switching computer shit is getting on my nerve. Anyway,
Sorry, but I just thought the episode was just mostly all right, except for like little tidbits here and there. Overall, the car thing was kind of like weak. It was just all right. It was just all right for me. So I know you feel different, David, but it's just,
well, that's why we're a team, Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody has an opinion. That's the point of the crew.
True.
But me and Chris agreed that has to have balloons for that.
Worlds collide.
We'll look at that.
It's like a multiverse colliding with each other right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
All right. So let me explain myself. So for one, looking back on episode 1, killing Burke is a season finale moment, right? That's where you go, what's next? Oh my God, right? Like they put all of that in one episode. Killing Sal is a finale moment. Like Jamani said, this should have been the ending of season 2. You're absolutely right, Jamani. This should have been episode 1 and 2 should have been episode 9 and 10 of season 2, and then we get to the new story. You're absolutely right. And that's why I'm like, Killing Sal was a season finale moment because think about I was about to say his name. Damn it. Tommy and Ghost get together to kill the Serbian. Fuck. Milan. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking about it, but like they decided in episode 5 they're gonna kill Milan. It took them to episode 10 to actually do it. It took time. Like they were like we're trying to get it right because this is a big deal. Like Sal is a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like this could have took to episode like how do we get it together? We're trying to figure it out. Like they could have did all that shit, and that would have been an ongoing storyline. And they're like, no, we're killing this fucker today because we got to move on to other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like that's what I'm talking about. Like, no, you're right. The rest of the stuff, I was like, what are we doing? But I'm like, but that, and then the way they did it.
To your point, right? He stole the mail truck. Was the uniform in the mail truck?
And thank you, Jamani. Thank you, I was like, where the fuck did the uniform come from? But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let that slide. Slide.
2 uniforms. No.
2 uniforms. And a handicapped man is driving it. Let's not overlook that. Like, I was like, what? But anyway, I'm gonna let that slide. But I'm saying because they gave Sal a final episode. They gave him I'm looking at my wife, and like we knew her, but like he had that moment. He got to look at his grandchild, right? Like they gave him that moment to be like, he's gone, but there's a future, like there's a light. Like that was awesome. Like that was like it's kind of how I felt like about Jukebox mourning Kenya, right? Like we barely met Kenya, but like they gave her a moment to be like, mom, daughter still cares, she still matters, that sort of thing. And I thought that was good. I thought that was good. They're trying to wrap that up. But the rest of the stuff like Lou reminded me of Jannard at the club when like he's like losing his shit, and I'm like, and then like Diamond in that case was Marvin trying to keep his brother keep his shit together, and I was like, this is Forrest right here. But also another positive.
It's about to turn into Power Book 2.
Oh yeah, with the whole courier shit.
Yeah, I'm like, why are we're dealing with Wall Street in the last season of Power Book 2. Now is foreshadowing that we're going to be dealing with them because Marvin took their number, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. Why are we recycling the same thing just because it's New York?
But true. But I want to get one more positive. Far better than Force. Somebody in the comments actually acknowledged my comment because they believed it too. This show is better than Force. when
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard
Yeah, no doubt.
when I
Oh,
heard
oh,
Raquel
we
when I heard
already know
Raquel
that.
talking,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
no,
there's no
I'm
dispute.
like scene for scene though. Like when Raquel revealed she could speak Spanish, I was like, this is 10 times better than Tommy. 10 times, like this is how she sounded believable. So that's a fake New York Queens accent on top of a wannabe Latino accent, but it sounded like it made sense. Like I believe that somehow she learned Spanish, and Tommy was
Well,
shit.
you should believe it, because if you grew up in New York City, and Jamani, I know you grew up in New York. If you don't know some Spanish, there's something wrong with you, because New York is loaded with Puerto Ricans. I mean, and you have to think about it too. If something's gonna go down, if someone's targeting you or something like that, you need to know what the hell they're saying, right?
Yep.
So you have to adapt to your environment. And in New York City, no matter whether you're from the suburbs or you're from the city of New York, you have to adapt, period. So it's not, for me, it's not shocking that Tommy or Ghost or Rock, they know some Spanish. I'm not saying that they can hold a conversation, but some words you gotta know, because you need to start running. Some words you need to be like, wait a minute, let me back up.
Yeah.
She delivered better than Joe Sikora in that scene. I mean, just by far. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Like they did the same thing, but this made sense, and we didn't need the whole hooked on phonics, Yo Quiero Taco Bell bullshit. Like it made sense. It's Julie. I bet you if we go. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's how Tommy sounded. That's how Tommy sounded to me. But anyway, real quick though. Do you think that Juliana is sitting in the same chair every time Rock goes to see her? Because it started to be like this is a pattern. Like it seems like she's always sitting in that restaurant now. She's always drinking wine, and I bet you if we go look, she's sitting in the same chair.
I think they stole
it's
that from
probably
Sopranos. I think they stole that from Tony Soprano. I think I think they stole that from that show.
Because I was like, that's all she do. She gets her hair done and she drinks wine every day. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, do something. Anyway, sorry, my bad. So let's get to the comments through the crew. So we got Marvin better worry about Teresa avenging Sal's death because Teresa lost Sal and Marco. True to Marvin. Absolutely true.
That's true.
But I think he's gonna be all right, because they want us to believe that this black ass man got away in front of the Italians and the FBI wearing a mailman uniform, and like no one saw him, and they couldn't chase down a mail truck. So I'm like, he's fine. Like I don't see wife coming back to me. But if they were trying to continue the storyline, then maybe.
Well, I don't think, he ran to the mail truck on the other side of the block. He ran through the building. So I don't think anybody can, like, they weren't like drones or like, unless there was a helicopter circling. I'm like, how would you even know where he disappeared to when you get to the other side of the block?
It was a mail
truck. And then were the FBI people in the back of the building? I don't think so.
There were cars outside. Like if a mail truck starts driving off,
but none of those cars moved when Marvin was being shot at.
Even more silly. Anyway, it's plot convenience. But I'm saying like this,
right? Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm just acknowledging it. Don't make a lot of sense. He would have got killed right there on the spot, or he would have got caught. That's just my thought. But let's see. We got a solid episode 9. Episode is a 9. We also got an 8. We got some disagree, but anyway, growing up came. Now, yes, Oliver. That's what the show would have been titled if this show was about him. Yes, I agree with that. But this is about Rock. Also, so Jamani, we were talking about this last week, right? Okay, so not only does Unique know where Rock lives, now the Italians know where Rock lives. And she makes no effort to be like, I gotta go. Like she's getting new doors. No, you need to get a new house because like they could come back and get you. Like this should have been a conversation. I thought.
And I'm like, what exactly has happened to her old place? Because her old place, we thought Lulu was there, but no, Lulu is in an apartment.
No, she sold the old place. Old place was like her childhood home. Well, I mean, actually, it could be still just sitting there. Like it could be empty, and maybe Lou moves into it later. I mean, it's already paid for. It's a childhood home. She can do whatever she wants with it. It's not.
It just seems weird that. Yeah, no, you're right though. Like he was sitting in it. I think he was talking like it was still. I don't think she's. I thought he said she was selling it. I thought that's what he said when he was talking.
Said that, and that pissed him off. So I mean, maybe it's not sold yet. Maybe it got sold. We don't know. They haven't talked about it yet.
I mean, she shouldn't be living there either. She needs to find another place. I'm just saying this should be part of the conversation.
Okay. So David. Okay, everybody knows where Stefano is, right? In the fish store, right? Does Stefano move? Stefano's not moving his fish store because everybody knows.
It's not his house.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, it does.
You mean to tell me that people are not going to get gangsters? Other gangsters know where other gangsters live, right? So if they want to get got, they're going to get them. So
okay, to that point, I agree. But Unique, she's allegedly out of the game, but Unique is not out of the game. Why does he not have somebody rolling with him that's sitting in the car, waiting outside, something?
Well, yeah, we already talked about that. It makes no sense in most of the Power universe that everybody rolls by themselves. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
There is never an entourage of people with these. That it makes no sense. Unique used to have, remember, a bunch of dudes with him.
Yeah.
And he had a bulletproof car. Remember that?
Yeah. And he said fuck all that. But to Chris's point, he's also, I like the time jump. Another thing, just writing like a plot convenience. They gave us a 2-week time jump so Raquel's arm could heal. So we know she and Unique are a couple now because they fucking all the time, I guess. And we're just gonna be okay with this.
I'm not okay with this. Sweetheart. I think they're having sex. It's not a couple thing. They're just having sex.
But again, this wasn't just a one time. I got caught up in my point.
Right, so they're having a sexual relationship, not a relationship.
It's an entanglement. It's an entanglement.
I'm saying you get kidnapped with this dude, but you don't talk to him about taking out Sal, who also tried to murder you. Like you don't go, hey, we need to take care of this. No, you go get Marvin.
She trusts her brother to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the most trustworthy person. No. Because again, he's like, remember, that's why she even told Marvin, like, you can't miss. Marvin is her number one shooter, like the number one person she can trust more than anyone. Can't trust Lou anymore. You know what I mean? Marvin is that guy, you know? So Marvin is responsible for all this shit. So that's why he should have been involved. I actually forgot that. You know what I'm saying? But Marvin should have, I'm like, Unique should be like, wait, man, my life is also in danger. Like, so maybe I should help. It was just weird that she went to go get her hair done and she was like, hey, handle this, little brother. I was like, well, big brother, right? Big brother. I was like, that was kind of weird. Juliana,
I think he tried to do like the reverse of Godfather. Instead of being at a christening while hits are going off, the hit is going to happen at the christening.
All right. Okay. All right. That could be a connection. I was actually looking for the mama. I was like, where's the mama at? Since I'm assuming that's the woman that they handed the baby off to. But I'm like, I would imagine you're there when your baby gets christened.
Yeah.
Juliana's wait a minute, because she knows that Kanan shot Howard and Rock, and will smoke Juliana when the time is right. Sneak attack. She's probably gonna get got at some point, but all she does is sit around and drink wine. Like they make her more relevant, or just leave her alone. She needs to move to somewhere with her cousin. Because I'm not sure why we keep on seeing her. My thought. What? It's about his family. From his point of view, it's about his mom. Like his mom is the lead actor in this show, like not the actor that plays Kanan. Like he narrates it because 50 Cent has an ego, but like this is Raquel's show. Like this is like her show. Like this is not Kanan. This is not Kanan. We know we've already discussed that. There's so many things that don't make sense to the point that he's already figured out the courier service. If he figured out the courier service at 16, why does he still have people on the street? Like when he's grown, like why didn't he just stick to the courier service? Right? Like that works. Like that doesn't.
Maybe something happened where the courier service didn't work anymore. Like when you're a drug dealer, as far as I can tell in movies and stuff like that, you got to switch it up. Like, you can't continuously do exactly the same thing, because that's how you get caught.
Yeah.
So Kanan switching it up, that's nothing wrong with that. He has
It doesn't.
to do that.
He doesn't even talk about it. Was Ghost and Tommy's courier service that we see in book 1. It was they're the ones that came up with this idea. Oh my God, you do a courier, so like that was some new shit or something. But like no, like Kanan did it. So
right,
that's what I'm saying.
Stop connecting them. We've already talked about this. 2 different universes. Stop. I mean, same universe, different shows. You cannot continue to go backwards to the other show. They've already told you, all of the directors, all of the showrunners, they are not connected. So whatever Tommy and Ghost did has nothing to do with what Kanan is doing. You have to let that go, David.
Well, but that's also to my point of like, this is not how Kanan became Kanan. That's what I'm saying. This is not his show. This is his mom's show and how she's being a drug dealer. That's what I'm saying. Because people are like, well, this is how Kanan became his life. He's narrating shit he wasn't even a part of. So clearly, this is not Kanan's story. This is just 50 Cent narrating a show that he liked, that he's a part of. So these are 2 different things. That's what I'm saying.
And I don't think it has to do with his ego. I think that they just came up with the idea for him to tell the story. I don't think it's an ego thing. I mean,
yeah. Does he have an ego? Yes, he does have an ego.
He does, yes.
I don't think the ego has anything to do with the narration. I think
the narration is unnecessary. Like I'm trying to ignore it. But I'm saying like he adds nothing to this show. Like if this, it doesn't. He just wants to hear himself talk. Jukebox should have joined the military to help her become into a police academy. Again, she's not going to the police academy in this series. Like that again. So like say we got to let that go. Like this ain't her, because is she gonna join like SWV or like TLC? Like what 90s girl groups could they act like she's auditioning for? I want to
Total.
There's a bunch of. I mean, even Miss Elliott used to have a girl group.
Changing
like,
Faces.
Yeah.
Changing Faces was a big one. There's a bunch.
Yep. It's a bunch of them.
That particular time, because it's like 92. It's still like 92, right? Like
it's 93.
Yeah. It's 93 now?
Yeah. They were playing Nas and Ice Cube and stuff. So it's 93.
All right. So like I think I remember like I remember like Jade was a thing. Like SWV I think was just coming out because Lou mentioned In Vogue, which totally reminded me of Empire at that point.
But
like,
does it need to be an actual real group, or can we just
it's not. Right? I mean, it's not gonna do that. I'm just saying, but again, this is something that it doesn't make like this is not the Jukebox we know, but they're just making a story about a character named Jukebox.
Right.
And they're giving a story of that. So so I'm like,
yes, exactly. Yes. Yep, that is exactly it.
So, but to that point, I think that in watching the episode, I was thinking like it would have been very nice if they would have gave 50 Cent, they would have brought 50 Cent back to actually act in it and just do voiceover. Like he could have been in prison, like before he was released in season 1 or pre-season 1 of OG Power, and he's like reminiscing on his life while he's in prison and plotting out what he's going to do when he gets out and stuff like that. And you would get somewhat present days, so to say, and then it would tie back more streamlined as opposed to this just totally separate project.
But this gives them an opportunity to explore more, like to add new characters, like do some new stuff, because like the backstory they gave him and Jukebox is really like narrow. So like I mean, it just happens when you try to go back and rewrite a story. I mean, it just does. But I mean, it's a good story. I'm just saying, I'm
just saying a lot of people are trying to find a lot of stuff in it, like. People were saying that the kid, was it Romero or whatever, was playing the video games in last week's episode. Oh, he's RSJ, and that's his father who got killed, who was who didn't want to have Kanan and his friend, I forget his name right.
Yeah, that's
Kanan selling drugs for him. So he was like, yeah, that's RSJ and his father, and
because they're reaching, Jamani. Everybody is reaching.
Yeah.
This show has nothing to do with the next show. It's everything. They're all separate. And I don't know how many times directors and showrunners have to say that they're all separate for someone to hear that they're all separate. The characters have the same name. That's it.
They say that, but yet they're like leaking stuff on social media. I think they said that Sasha Penn had this thing about Breeze is gonna be in this season, or like had a card saying season 3 Breeze or something like that. So people are waiting to see when that reveal is coming. Huh?
But so Breeze is supposed to be in this series. So, but tying everything together as far as how they sell the drugs or who sold the drugs or how bad Kanan's life really was, and we're seeing him, he didn't really have that bad of a life. All of that is because it's separate. It's just a separate thing. That's why.
Yeah. They're reimagining the character, like
They
what
are.
it could have been.
Right.
Another positive was this Palomar. I like how they got rid of Palomar and the daughter.
Yeah.
It was just like a dialogue, and just kept it moving. But they acknowledged that we're gonna be like, where is this woman? But they're like, yeah, maybe Rock probably scared her off. But I like that. They were like,
was good.
No,
that was good. Yeah.
I was like, easy to wrap that up.
You ain't want to see no naked mature woman there. You ain't want to see that with Kanan.
We don't need Mrs. Robinson. We don't need Miss Robinson. It was unnecessary the first time. Rock will kill Juliana and her cousin brother. So it was the cousin. Was that a foreshadowing? Is Juliana gonna get too big for her britches? I'm like, is she gonna stop drinking wine and do something dangerous? And then Rock is gonna have to.
I think Rock is gonna. I think when Rock has on all leather, she's got an upcoming scene.
I saw that in the preview.
She needs to go ahead and take them two out. Just pop. That's it.
Well, the cousin was open. I think he was generally open to be like, hey, you can come back and work if that's what you want to do. It's Juliana who can't let the past go. You know what I'm saying? It seems like. So it'd be interesting to see. Maybe she tries to go after Unique now that she got some backbone. Rock getting her hair done while Marvin was killing Sal reminded me of book 1 when Ghost was getting a shave and having a dead body parts being sent. To the Primaris. All right. I was like, I thought she was gonna get a new dude, but I was like, we're gonna see this again. I was like, it happened pretty quick. But it was just pushing time for it, I guess. So again, back to Empire. I mean, clearly. So with Lou being like, hey, oh yeah, that was Empire. When I saw his keyboard, I was like, that's Lucius Lyon right there. That's Lucius right there sitting up there trying to come up with a track. I was like, why are we doing this shit? And they also acknowledged Zisa finally, and I like that too. I was like, give her a name. Remember that woman had a name. She also had family that we don't give a fuck about apparently. But at least Jukebox was like, I'm sorry, your girl is dead, and I was like, cool. And they acknowledge it. So we're gonna have Lou writing tracks since he's not drug dealing. Is that what we're gonna do? He's gonna produce a new album and have an artist showcase all from his apartment. Is that where this is going?
I hope not. No.
I was like, I feel like this could be the future. Anyway, what else we got? I think what else we got? What's it's 1992 because that's the year that Halftime by Nas came out. So we're using the music. All right. So they're time jumping, right? Because it was 1991.
Why don't people ever just ask the showrunner what time, what era is this? Well, nobody ever asked that question. Anytime I see an interview, they never ask that question. What time is this? Is it 91, 92, 93? What is it? How come because everybody decides they're just going to speculate on what year?
Yeah, Kim. Everyone likes to put puzzles together themselves. It's like, don't tell me how to get through the escape room. I want to figure out myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, so again, they put a year on Nicole's headstone in episode 1 that gave it a time, and then by season 2, they were like they took it off because they're trying to speed up time, kind of like how book 1 did, right? Like somehow they jumped like 5-6 years, but they didn't want you to know that because it seemed like everything was happening right after each other. So I think that's when they're like, we can't do that. So by season 5, it's gonna be like 1994, 1995, all of a sudden.
That's where I'm like, all right, 2014 is when the first Power started, right? If we're in 1993, that only has what 21 years. I'm like, how old is Sean? And it like if he's 21 or older, they really need to like hurry
Work
up and
on this
get
timeline.
or hurry up and get Kanan. Kanan needs to hurry up and get somebody pregnant.
So he was 19 in the show. Kanan went to jail when he was 10. Kanan went to jail when he was 10. Because they talked about that. It's like my dad, he was in jail for 9 years or something like that. So basically he was like 19 when the show was going on, and yeah, Kanan went to jail when he was 10. If you follow the dialogue, but again, all this stuff is fudged, just to get the story again from point A to point B. How Marvin got Buddy in the mail truck and how they escaped the mob. Not even Tupac would get away. It's fantastical. As Kim will point out, we just gotta
exactly. The shooting of the feet, like Marvin should have like bullets in his feet right now. Okay,
right. Right,
yeah,
like
it was very
these expert killers would have hit him 1 or 2 times. So
at least in the ankle. At least in the ankle.
Something. But he's like, I'm running with this mail bag full of mail, actually. He actually had mail. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this from knowing a lot of, I guess you say Italians, right? They're not going to shoot up a church. So him running into the church was basically like playing tag and being on home base. It was like he was safe no matter what. Like they're not going to.
They're not going to shoot in a church. They're too religious for that. Right. That's true.
So let's talk about this. So it's ironic that Jukebox was at Burke's funeral, or I mean like a memorial service, but not at Kenya's funeral because Burke gave Jukebox information about Kenya. So let's talk about that, because I'm like, are they trying to infer that she cared so much about Burke that her death was like got her, I want to join the military, like that shook her up?
I think it made her think that she wanted to get away from all of this BS. I think that's what it did. It did. I don't think it had anything to do with Burke being a cop or anything like that. It just made her think, I need to get away. I don't need. This is not the life that I have to live. I can get out of here. I don't have to stay here and deal, and have to be a drug dealer. I can get out of here. That's what I think. And her not going to her mother's funeral is because of it was in the church, and that church tortured her, and she wasn't going to go there. I don't blame her for not going. I would have never put back in there either. Those people were evil.
Yeah, and then it's like the same church that was dogging my mother is now doing her funeral. Like it's kind of disrespectful in a way. It's weird, So I get it. I get it too. So
how's that disrespectful?
No, to her it is. No, I'm talking about the way that
Jukebox. Yeah. But she's still true. She said that for the church. I get that, but the mother's the one that put her in that situation in the first place. But I'm saying, but she still was like, but I think it could be the combination of the two, losing her mom and Burke, and Nicole. It would have been nice to have someone's like, it's all of this. I lost 3 important women in my life, whatever, and I need to go do something else. Like maybe that's the reason why Nicole's dad was brought back, to show that she's still dealing with that. Not that I want to go back to that storyline. I do want to move forward.
Yeah, please. I don't understand why it needed to be here in the first. Why did they need that scene? It was a waste of a scene.
It was funny, but it was a waste. It was funny, but it was a waste. But I agree. Like it should have been Lou, who's like, hey girl, you and me can get back into the music game. Because I got hooked up at this audition thing that we can do. They got a girl group going on. I think Sean Combs is running it. I think it could be.
I'm not even going there with you. Not today.
I think this Sean guy, he got a future.
The opinions that they say has nothing to do.
I think he got a future.
That's all they did.
I was like,
Right now, he's doing this kid named Chris Wallace right now. I don't know. He's talking about he complains a lot. He talking about you gonna murder that man or something like that. So,
I don't know. But he could be going somewhere though.
Yeah, man. He got a man Craig Mack. He about to be the future of hip hop.
Yo,
I'm like, you think about it. She looked like she she could fit right in with Total, you know, because a lot of them were.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Jamani. Thank you.
Yep, that's
I
true.
couldn't think of that group. I couldn't think
But
of
let me
that group.
watch my mouth because Omar Epps. That's one of them is his wife.
Yep, that's true.
My bad. Oh, really?
It's the one with the short, like she had medium length hair when she was in the group.
Not the stud though, right? The other
not
one,
the
right?
stud, and not the other one with the longer hair. She had like medium. Yeah.
Okay,
She was
because
a little bit heavier set than the other two. Yeah.
That other one was clearly left-handed. Okay.
Wow.
David,
Okay.
I had more issues with the episode, the club scene with Marvin and them two white guys. Clearly, that was out of place. Thank you very much. I thought that was just me. I'm like, this shit is completely unnecessary. It was once again a funny scene that was also unnecessary. But to be like, oh my God, you think because I'm black, I'm a drug dealer? Yes. Well, I am a drug dealer and I'm also black, but that's not the point. I was like, hilarious. But also, why are we doing this shit? Like, don't we got anything else to get into? Like, what about the investigation into the black kid that Famous killed? How about that? Like, is Famous going to jail anytime soon? Like,
no, he's not.
Like, they talk to witnesses and everything. Like, this is supposed to mean something.
Oh, when he killed, you about Freddie, when he killed that guy Freddie or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's old news. Move on.
Yeah, I'm like you got to think about the meeting of convenience. Hey, Howard, come in here, meet this guy.
Yeah.
Now get out so we can talk. I'm like, so what was the point of this?
So
like,
we know there's a task force. So they can be like, every fucking Power show has a task force, except for Power Book 2.
No, but I'm like, Howard was saying, well, the feds are in and blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, was this out of continuity? Was this a scene from last week's episode that got pushed to this week's? Because he's talking to Rock like, yeah, the feds are here and they're blah, blah, blah. And then in the meeting, he's like, why are you here? Dead Italians. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Jamani. And also, as I said last week, they should have connected that to the Jersey hits, which they did not. But to be like, that's why this is a federal issue, because now we got it's cross-state issue. Lulu could give Jukebox Zisa's song since she's dead, because of the death of the Italians. That would be interesting if they bring that full circle. Is Lou gonna get another love interest?
No, I hope not, because anybody.
If sister comes back.
If Famous' sister come back, you're like, yeah, you ain't trying to see him butt naked again.
Absolutely not. No, and I don't want to see Famous' sister. She got on my nerves.
Yeah,
so,
she was a lot. She
was pushy. She was annoying. Stop. No. Let her be where she was. Yeah.
Oh, someone did the math. Sean was born in 1995.
Yeah, it's on the Power Universe website. I was just looking at it right now too. Yeah, he was born in 95 and died in 2015. So he was 19 going on to his 20th birthday and died and was killed by Kanan. So,
all right,
which means 2 years before. So 2 years, we got 2 years left before this man Kanan needs to get someone pregnant. So, I guess a year and a half really. So, yeah.
I want Palomar's daughter to come back and be like.
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking like, yo, I mean, Palomar's kind of young too. Yo, what if Palomar's still fertile? That'll be kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Just saying. I mean,
but again, we know who the mother is, Chris. Like the age doesn't make sense. Like he can't be her. but
I don't know. Tasha was looking a little older than 50 back in the day, so
I was like, it's possible, but I mean that would be hilarious. Kanan set up how he would start selling drugs, stop a white man named Paul who lives in the hood. In the hood, employs black kids. Stop it. It was ridiculous, but my question is, where is he getting the work from, as they refer to it? Like, he's gonna be selling weed. Where are you getting the weed from? Because said father/drug dealer already told you that he ain't gonna fuck with you. So I'm trying to figure out who's gonna be his plug. I guess that's where the guy from The Wire's coming.
Next week.
Next week, right? So
yeah.
So first he sets up the distro, and then he goes to distribution, and then he has to go find a plug who magically disappears to him.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? The CIA is gonna show up and be like, you know what? I got a deal for you, kid, because something about you says potential. I was like, oh shit! Like Teddy's gonna come back. I know I'm cross. I want Teddy to show up. Like this is what he was doing off camera in between seasons of Snowfall.
I was about to say, yeah. In case y'all don't know, he's talking about Snowfall, y'all. Okay.
I was like, we need to bring.
We're not doing that
together.
anymore, David. We're not doing that. Remember?
Damn it.
Yeah,
Damn
I was gonna say I read some of the comments and some people are just lost when you sometimes do that. You're like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, you throw people off. They're like, wait, what is he talking about?
Like, what?
Think about it. Marvin running with a bullet. He already had a bullet wound, and this should have been the second one.
Okay, that's what I don't understand. I need them to go back and show me that Marvin went to the hospital,
medical attention,
went to a vet, like because a lot of times they did get sewn up by vets, right? So I'm like, show me that something happened other than the duct tape of a bullet wound, because that makes no sense to me. And I don't think you'd be running like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Well, okay, again. It's fantastical because Rock shouldn't be so mobile. Rock shouldn't be so mobile either. I mean, you got a bullet through the shoulder, like she's living her best life. You know what I'm saying? So clearly, bullets don't slow anybody down. But yeah, I was like,
well, I mean, Tommy got shot, and Tommy was up. Remember, Tommy was just.
That's because he got sold up by the love of his life. That's because he got sold up by his baby. Don't be like that. He got medical attention. So let's give Forrest 2 points because at least he got medical attention.
Absolutely.
Damn it. I can't believe we got to give a compliment to that damn show. I was shocked that Marvin was willing to sell to those two white dudes who looked, like undercover cops. I thought they were dirty Italians trying to kill them or undercover cops.
Well, he didn't actually sell to them.
He would have got arrested for that. I mean, he offered drugs for money. Like
they offered him. He said no. They approached him. He never actually gave them anything. He just said, yeah, give me a call if you guys ever are looking for something again.
Are interested.
Yeah.
So they still could be
you can't get arrested for that.
No, but this could be the start of the investigation. I mean, but again, season 1, we kind of went through this because with the white girl in the club, because that's what they wanted her to do.
Oh, God. Let's not go back to that. Jesus, that was the worst.
I have a theory. I have a theory about those two young men. I feel like those two white boys were probably the Westons. Well, I feel like those two might be the Westons. The two brother Westons. I'm just saying.
Stop.
It's like, man, this is some good shit, man. It makes me want to impregnate some girl or some shit like that. And, I'm just saying. And then, I guess it'll be years later and name him Braden. So, just saying.
Just say, hey, they get the pager. Who are you selling to? John Weston and his brother. They work on Wall Street. We're going to be like, damn it.
Damn it. There's your connection.
And you know what? That would be a fair connection. You don't have to see him ever again, but just that would be a cute something, right? Like it's easy.
See, and it's fun, and it'll be good too because even if you never watch Ghost, right? It doesn't mean anything to. I mean, it's whatever. It's like, oh, okay, just some random dudes, and they're the Westons. Who cares, right? But then it'll be like, oh, it's like watching that Marvel shit and they do like an Easter egg to a comic book where like 5 people in the theater like go crazy. Like, why the hell y'all go crazy? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just saying.
Like when Thanos popped up and people were like, "Who the fuck is this?" At least I was like, "Who is this dude?"
I was.
Yeah. I was like, anyway, we are truly getting off track. I'm sorry. Breeze is never coming. It's all promotional BS to get fans to tune in. I agree. Just like when Joe Sikora trolled fans about Ghost being enforced. I agree. I agree. Like I again. This is gonna be book one for me. Like eventually, Kanan is gonna be some kind of position where it's like it's either me or my mom. He kills fucking Rock, and somehow he's in charge of the whole operation. And I'm gonna be like, what? But somehow, but we still gotta get rid of the brothers though. The uncles have to go. I just don't know how that's gonna work out.
I don't know how it's gonna work out too because I'm like both of them are like unkillable. Like Lulu got shot and burnt up in a house and was
still going.
Left the hospital the next day. Remember, in the season finale, he left the hospital and went back to the projects to the operation. I was like,
I mean, but the Italians can kill Marvin. I mean, anybody can actually kill either one of the brothers. They just got to make it fit into the story.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. So, like, how do we get to the point that like they do get knocked out? But that's how you know the show is wrapping up. That's what I'm saying. If either one of those guys get killed, that's like closer to the end.
Yeah, because you can't have this go on forever. I mean, it's called raising Kanan. So eventually, Kanan is raised, right? So yeah, you can't have this forever. So it'll
I said, I
definitely
mean,
not be 6 seasons like the original Ghost was. So
I argue differently.
Yeah.
Like they could spend 2 seasons in 1992. They actually can't stretch this thing out. Like
yeah, well, it's not a good idea. How about
it's
that?
not a good idea.
I don't
not-
see how they could do that with Makai growing so fast. I'm like, how long is he going to be the same age? Multiple seasons with him being the same age, and he's a full-on adult.
Yeah, they got to speed it up. They got to speed this up.
Yeah, they do.
He
They do,
could be a
absolutely.
senior in high school. I mean, it's short of him looking like he has grown kids himself. I think they 5 seasons. I give a show like five
I'm
good
saying,
seasons.
yeah, to your point, and then you gotta get someone. You gotta pregnant somebody soon. I'm just saying. You just-
We want him to do this. We want him to do this,
He
but that
got
doesn't mean he
to.
has to do this. That does not mean that, bruh. Like again, we said, this is a reimagining of the story because Ghost's dad should be alive, running a club right now. Like he should be alive or something. Kate should be in the neighborhood, as Kim pointed out last week. Like there's things that should be happening that are totally not happening because this is just a story with 2 characters we happen to know. What's up, fellas? Glad to see y'all like it. Yeah, I do like the season. I do like the season.
Yeah,
So
there's only 2 episodes, so I'm about to say give it some time. There's only 2 episodes, so I'm just saying, like, we liking it.
I was shitting on this show every episode last season because I was tired of the family shit.
You like those couple of episodes you liked, I think.
I was like, all right, but I was still like, I'm tired of the family shit. I'm still laughing. At
the
Chris,
whole
bro.
booty warrior, probably the booty warrior thing. You know,
You want to get back? Hey, he sent us that clip again. So let's get into the booty before Ronnie gets into the booty. Like, so I thought he was gonna be. Finally, we're gonna get the scene where he goes from Superman to Clark Kent, like Clark Kent to Superman, and just whoops this man's ass. Like that's what I thought was gonna happen. Because him staring at him the way he did, I was like, he wants to beat him or fuck him or both. And maybe it's both, Chris.
Yes.
But I agree with you.
The only thing I was missing was him like looking at him and just doing this.
Wow, what's happening right now?
Stop.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
not.
okay. Wow.
That's not Chris.
Is
That's
this what
not what
we're
he was doing.
Chris,
Stop
what is
it.
happening right now?
Stop it.
I was like,
See? Okay, the faces of Chris is not representative of this channel. I don't know what Chris doing right now.
I feel like this is gonna be a
I was
meme
like,
now.
hey,
Yeah.
when we
gonna be
do
a
fellow
meme.
traveler, I want to see this kind of energy. Because I was
Oh
like,
my
but anyway,
God. Wow.
What was it called? Was it called?
fellow traveler. It is a good show. It is a good show.
Is
Is
it?
it? I don't know, Kim. I don't like Kim's reaction.
I haven't seen it yet, but I do know what it's about. But I haven't
No,
seen
it truly like it's a good love story. It's like 3 love stories in one, really.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of has a yelp. Sorry, I'm sorry. We're doing it again. I'm sorry. But we'll get to another positive, David. No singing in this episode. Facts. But Jukebox wanted
It's
to.
coming. It's coming.
Jukebox wanted to. In fact, she did it. It was just you just didn't hear it. You just didn't hear it.
Yeah.
But she was definitely singing. So I don't know about that. But it's coming. It's coming. That young lady says, whatever I'm in, my voice coming out. Like it's in that contract. Okay. I bet you she joins a girl group. It won't make any kind of damn sense, but she's gonna spend 2 or 3 episodes in the girl group.
I hope not.
Yeah, they've already shown pictures of the person she's gonna be in the girl group with and have.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
On what, like an IG or something like that?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, they do like those exclusive pictures or whatever for the season or whatever. And stuff.
Come on, we gotta move this freaking story. What the hell? Like, let's make her a freaking cop already. All right. Damn it.
No, she needs to be a psychopath. She can't just jump to cop. She has to turn into a psychopath. And
True.
this has
Okay,
not
fine.
happened.
I'm like, all right, so if they're in the same grade, her and Kanan, if she's going through all of this, whether it's counseling or recruiters and stuff, trying to figure out what she's going to do after this school year, then they're going to be out of high school, I'm assuming soon, right? This is not 11th grade. This is like 12th grade type of talk. Like I'm trying to sign up for the army.
Yeah, I think Jukebox is a senior because that's when you go to your advisor, right? Like when you're about to graduate and they start asking you about what you're gonna do. Like, are you going to college? Are you gonna get a job? Right?
Junior. I said junior or senior. She could be a junior because, like, I remember talking to my counselor again, junior, because they're trying to see what your senior year is going to be like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I
but
get that about the counselor, but I'm saying like to go to a recruiter and then to think that you're gonna go to the army, like you're not gonna go there a year ahead of time.
Yeah. I signed up for the army a year ahead, but I wasn't leaving.
I disagree with that.
18.
You can, if as a junior, you can go to the recruiter, and you can sign paperwork. Your parents have to sign off on it, but you can in 11th grade go ahead and sign and start the paperwork, because my son did that, and he told me if I didn't sign the paper, he was going to do it when he turned 18 anyway. So yeah, so you can absolutely do that. So I just signed the paper. When he absolutely graduated, he left. He was gone. So you can do it before that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I did. I signed up. I signed up my junior year, and but to Jamani's point, she's talking like she can leave. She's like, I'm trying to go with this whole like grief of bullshit she's going through. So it does imply that she's like 17. But again, they can stretch this. They can stretch the shit out. Like they have many seasons as they want. So we got
if this show could do like 90210, where they just like one season just flip it, and like the parents are just in the back, or the adults are just in the background. It's just all about the kids. Because I'm like, yeah, that'd be like the perfect last season, I guess you'd say. Like the parents just fade into the back, or the adults just fade into the background, and then the kids just take over. Because I'm like, they're just side characters, and I'm like, something needs to happen with him, or more than whatever is happening right now with him and Famous. It's just boring.
Yeah, David.
It is as fuck.
Did you? I mean, I know you said that they can stretch it out. Do you want them to stretch it out? Because that's pretty.
No, I didn't say I want to. I'm saying they could.
It just seemed like it's just your reaction. It just sounds like, damn, does he want this to?
No, absolutely not. I told you when Empire started, I was like, I want Jukebox turned into a psychopath after she gets beaten for being gay, after her father beat her for being gay. That's what I want. Kanan right now should be crazy as fuck. Like he should have beat or killed a couple of people. Like this looks like BMF, where they're trying to make him like he's not a killer. He just happens to he's a killer adjacent or some silly shit. Like this is not the Kanan or Jukebox I want to see. But I'm like,
what would have been nice for Kanan is if he came up alongside that car last episode and he popped Burke, and Howard was like, I was trying to work it out. I was trying to talk to her. And he's like, nah, handle it for us.
Oh, see, there you go, Jamani. That would have been good too, but that's not the characters we're getting. They want Jukebox and Kanan to be sympathetic teenagers trying to come up in life with their parents. Like that's what this show is. But that's not what we thought it was going to be. But we gotta let that go. 1 year older. So DeMarcus, the true expert on all this stuff. Jukebox is 1 year older than Kanan. So if DeMarcus said it, he did the math. I'm pretty sure. I have faith in him. So there you go. We also got, where's Teresi? Like, for example, it was mentioned that maybe we find out that Teresi was working for Stefano somehow, the Teresi family, because he should be in play right now. Like, there's a lot of things that could. It's not. I see you, Kim. It's not happening, but it could happen. It could if they're really trying to make it.
It could not happen. Stop it. It's not going to happen. Let it go. It's not going to happen. This is a completely different story. Go.
Scrappy's mother could be dead. Lulu. Could kill Lulu. For killing Scrappy. That could happen. We thought that was going to be Kanan's. I still think he killed that kid in the first season, but like that could have been Kanan's first kill. He's like, you killed my best friend, and I got to take you out, Uncle. And that didn't happen. He just got over it. I mean, they just kept it moving.
Uncle. He's going to get over it.
I was like, so I was a little bit irritated in that. They said so Ronnie's probably gonna whoop somebody's ass that he gets smashed in a car. Somebody said that next week he's gonna smash somebody in a car.
He's gonna do some smashing.
It's gonna be car smashing. I know, Chris. I get. I can't
help but think that
did that song H Sounds Knocking on Boots come out in '93? Did that come out around that time too?
Stop it.
I think that was '92.
92?
Oh, yeah, 92. Chris knows. Chris knows. He knows who's knocking on boots. Now, again, if we find out that DEF CON was fucking Ronnie in prison, that would be interesting. Ooh. That would be a connection. Like, I knew your dad. biblically, or he knew
You guys are really, really stretching,
I know you did.
reaching.
And he truly was a booty warrior. It was better than drinking water.
Ronnie's probably the bottom.
Water.
I feel like DEFCON would be the top for some reason. But hello everybody. Thank you. Hello. Thank you for hanging out with
Hi,
us.
share my love. Hi.
Okay, we gotta wrap this shit up. We gotta get to a Christmas movie. All right, Chris. Anything else?
Before we get to the 12 days of what the hell is this?
Yes. It went so many directions. I was like, what? But we will get to that. Yes. Anything else?
No, I mean, we're only 2 episodes in. Even though that I found this episode kind of okay, when I kind of put on par to the other power shows, I was like, damn, this still kind of exceeded a lot of the other episodes. So far, just 2 episodes, again, 2, a lot can still happen. So far, so good. So I'm loving what they're doing. It seems like some of the characters are actually kind of having fun playing, having more fun this season. It seems like Marvin in particular. I mean, the character's always been having fun, but it seems like, I don't know, they're letting him do some extra stuff, like maybe borderline ad limits some stuff too.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, it works. I mean, I know it's not necessary, but when sometimes you're just watching it passively and you're just like, oh, when something good, and then all of a sudden he does something funny, you're like, okay, I'm back. You know what I mean? So, like in the first episode when he gets shot, and then he's like, oh, I think the bullet just went right through. It's like, people be saying that. Meanwhile, I got a fucking hole inside of me. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, that's awesome. I love this dude. So far so good. Can't wait till next week. So,
thank you, Chris. See you for Eddie Murphy. I'm assuming you're gonna do it. You're gonna do that with us.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that review. Kim, anything else for Mr. Kanan?
No, I mean, like I said, this was an okay episode. I'm not saying that it's a bad series. It is. It's pretty good. I do enjoy the acting a lot. So, and it's not. I would say actually it's like one of the best shows in the universe. Period, hands down. Like the way it's written, the acting, a lot of that. So. I just can't wait to see what they come up with next week. Hopefully next week is a 9 for me, because this week was definitely like a 7. So yeah. Okay. See you next week, guys. Okay.
Actually, see you in a few minutes, right?
I'm talking to the people who were raising
the power fans.
Yeah, power fans.
Awesome. Well, we will see you next week too. We love that power. All right. Jamani, please, sir. Any final words, my friend?
Yeah, I feel like my prediction should come with a spoiler warning because they're that on point. But I said last week that the girlfriend of Burke was gonna start sniffing around and putting clues together, and this week she's sniffing around, putting some clues together.
She's being shut down at every moment, Jamani.
Let's not say that it was gonna be easy.
Let's not do that, bro. But I hear you though. They're still trying to keep her in play. I'll give you that. Yeah.
I don't know what this federal investigation is supposed to do necessarily. I can tell you this. 1993 was not a good year for the NYPD.
Yeah, help me out, bro.
There's it was a very big.
Oh, the broom? Was that the broomstick?
No. That was 97 with
Oh, my fault.
You're talking about the plunger with the no, that was 97. I'm saying in 93 there was a very big bust on dirty cops in Manhattan and Harlem and stuff like that. So I don't know how they're trying to weave that in, because the captain is saying, I don't want the stink on me, all of this type of stuff. Yeah. The first dirty cop or whatever that they've been talking about in the news is already like foreshadowing or like a callback to what actually happened in real life. So I foresee that this federal investigation is not necessarily going to pull a lot of criminals on the street. Is going to be dealing more with dirty cops and their involvement in things. If it stays true to life and as far as the timeline goes. And I heard that Ronnie and Unique are based off of Kenneth McGriff and his nephew Prince, which are, you've seen Supreme Team, the documentary. They're those two characters are based off of them, and 50 has feelings about them. So I really want to see how this season is gonna end.
Okay. I like that.
For all those who don't know what I'm talking about, go listen to Ghetto Quran by 50 Cent.
Thank you, Jamadi. We'll see you for the next review.
All
right, guys. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. We got 2 more reviews. We're gonna do Eddie Murphy's Christmas movie. I don't really do Christmas movies, but I like that, so we're gonna do that one. Then we're going back to Empire. We're gonna do Church of Empire as we talk about Kingdom Business. Kim and I are gonna talk about that silliness. So comments. We will get back to all your comments on Monday. I got things going on, but I will go through I appreciate truly everyone who takes the time to comment and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do my best to get through all of those. I promise you, I've not been ignoring you. But yeah, we got other things to do. So I will see you. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching us in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You want to go ahead?
Oh shit.
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.